Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make a man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rob and cheat, and not press the floor. Make up what I seen him. Make a man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan. Make a man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite part, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the day them can sell out Rasta and sell it out. I sell out Babylon. They give man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead and can sell out Rasta. I sell out, I sell out Babylon. Just stop on the price. You might throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black thing. You might throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what's a black big man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rasta man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
Good evening. We are getting closer. On UK timeline, we're only 5 days away from the Prime Minister announcing the election day. Your timeline still suggests 6 days away. My question, though, will the Prime Minister concede to a defeat on general election night? Good evening and welcome to Global TV. The nation is about to receive its release, tongue-tied. The nation is about to receive its release. Andrew Holness is planning to call the election. The question that we ought to be asking, will Andrew Holness concede to the defeat? Because it certainly is coming. Hook or crook, Andrew Holness must go. Andrew Holness must go. As Marky G would say, call it, Andrew, call it. Because I man Marky G is ready to sound the trumpet. The Browns doctor. Good evening, thank you. Marky G is ready to sound the trumpet, and Andrew Holness has signaled to his minion on vlogger across the road there, you know who they are, that on August 10th, in halfway tree, the election date will be announced. Thus, kicks in the official election campaign. Then, Andrew Holness, with your empty crowds and the swelter of bank to bank that the PNP carries across the country, will Andrew Holness withstand the onslaught at the polls? What a bangarang. To my community of part and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls, good evening. Welcome one and all. Thank you for joining us on The People's Point of View this evening. For you on YouTube, I plugged out my camera today and I forgot to plug it back in, so my camera is dead, so you won't be seeing me tonight. TikTok, everything is all right for you, but my camera for YouTube is dead tonight, so I have to wait until it charges up. Simone Beckford, good evening. Villa 1. Sharon Bernard, good evening. Debbie Jervis TV, good evening, and welcome. Canadian Girl, good evening. David Nibar, good evening. Ladybug, Lorna Watson, good evening. Michelle Lewis Wilson, good evening. Julie Roberts, Ladybug, good evening. Who else is here? Norman Ferguson, good evening. Colleen, good evening. Yvonne Johnson, good evening. Sophia Hall, Jamrock 8766. Yvonne Johnson, Pauline Lewis, the Unstoppable One, good evening. Carlene Richards, Keith Matthews, good evening. Annie Jones, JP, who else is here? Azola Campbell, good evening. Clifton Atkinson, let me see who is on the tick. Insta Nanny Debbie Jervis, Don West, good evening. Debbie and Duncan, Earl Fuller, Dwight, Robert, is it Diane? God bless Queen, Julianne, Sexy K, Tika, Andrew Denton, is it Cheryl? Good evening. Go place with Jenny, Warren, Audley, Jim, and Marcia. Good evening, everyone, and welcome the nation. If we are to believe what the vlogger across the road says, the nation is about to receive its release from the Prime Minister. The nation will be given a choice as to whether we want to continue with corruption, dictatorship, and blatant and downright criminality from this government. Or do we choose another progressive direction where or healthcare or education, agriculture, and other things are being catered to and rebuilt in our country. So, if it is true, we welcome the Prime Minister calling the election because the nation ought to be given a choice in the way the country is going. And for many of us, we know it is going in quite a horrible direction. As we are in the election season, the Gleaner asks a question which, I don't know where the Gleaner is going with this, but let's listen to the Gleaner and gas hold. Let's listen to the Gleaner and gas hold Brown.
Glasgow Brown, the Director of Elections, and I've been the Director of Elections since 2018.
Who is eligible to be nominated as a candidate?
As long as you're Jamaican, you're 21 years and over, or you could be a Commonwealth citizen for you to be able to be nominated. And also, you'd have to be nominated by 10 electors within the constituencies. And there are some other administrative things that you have to complete. So certainly complete the application form, the fees, etc.
So can a convicted felon be nominated?
No, I think the rope up prevents that from happening.
Don't you find this question funny at this point? Let's balance in our head where this question might go, but we won't speak further on this question until nomination day. We're going to wait until nomination day before we speak further on this question. But my question is, where is the Gleaner going with this question? Has the Gleaner been asked to ask this question? Has the Gleaner been pushed out? Has the Gleaner, sexy KPNP, how you do? Has the Gleaner been pushed out to give us a foresight? Has the Gleaner been pushed out, Jason Hamilton?
Glasgow Brown, the Director of Elections, and I've been the Director of Elections since 2018.
Who is eligible to be nominated as a candidate?
As long as you're Jamaican, you're 21 years and over, or you could be a Commonwealth citizen for you to be able to be nominated. And also, you'd have to be nominated.
And not could be. Our constitution didn't speak of Jamaican citizen. It spoke of Commonwealth. Commonwealth. That's what Brown. Stop misleading the people. It doesn't, you saying they have to be a Jamaican. No. Commonwealth. Commonwealth. Our constitution did not speak of Jamaicans being the only eligible. Commonwealth. Commonwealth. Stop misleading the people. Glasgow Brown.
Glasgow Brown, the Director of Elections, and I've been the Director of Elections since 2018.
Who is eligible to be nominated as a candidate?
As long as you're Jamaican, you're 21 years and over, or you could be a Commonwealth citizen for you to be able to be nominated. And also, you'd have to be nominated by 10 electors within the constituencies.
Does that mean, Mr. Brown, that Marissa Dalrymple Filbert, a convicted felon, ought not to be on the ballot? Marissa Dalrymple Filbert, a convicted felon, ought not to be on the ballot. Is that where we're going with it, Gleaner? Or are we stretching over into East Portland? But we won't speak much of East Portland until if we see they do any nasty play and nomination day. But as per Brown, Marissa Dalrymple Filbert, the convicted felon, not someone who her conviction has been expunged, Marissa Dalrymple Filbert, as per the Director of Elections, then Marissa Dalrymple Filbert ought not to be on the ballot come nomination day. So is Andrew Holness going to breach the Constitution? Is the director of elections, will they be allowing Andrew Holness to breach the Constitution in plain light? Because him come out consistent, you know. Barbara, how you do? And him come out, come say it. But we're going to keep our eyes, Sandra, how you do? Sandra Watkins Bailey, how are you? We're going to keep eyes and ears close to the ground. Because see when Gleaner, him and Gleaner come out with a question here today, but labor rights, it will be a hullabaloo. Because if we not try anything, Marisedal Wimper Filbert, the convicted criminal, the convicted thief, Marisedal Wimper Filbert, ought not to be on the ballot. But as me say, we're going to watch where you all are going with this. Or Marisedal Wimper Filbert to not drop word for. Cuz, how are you?
Glassboard Brown, the Director of Elections, and I've been the Director of Elections since 2018.
Who is eligible to be nominated as a candidate?
As long as you're Jamaican, you're 21 years and over, or you could be a Commonwealth citizen for you to be able to be nominated. And also, you'd have to be nominated by 10 electors within the constituencies. And there's some other administrative things that you have to complete. So certainly complete the application form, the fees, etc.
So can a convicted felon be nominated?
No, I think the rope up prevents that from happening.
Are there any other preventions that you can name like that one?
It can't be a foreigner. You can't be you have to be a Jamaican. As I said earlier on, that and you have
you don't have to be a Jamaican. You don't.
21 and over.
Misinformation. You don't have to be a Jamaican to be nominated. Stop it. It's misinformation.
You can't be insane.
Legally insane. Legally insane.
Yeah, legally insane. Yeah, legally insane. Yeah. So therefore,
like she put that question, it would be like when she make that distinction that legally insane, because we know and we see that Delroy Chuck when Kukudo Lally the other day turn up in a middle road a rubbing belly. But then don't describe that as mad.
That is the main criteria that is used.
Gloria Morris, how are you? We are going to keep our eyes and ears to the ground to see, Marcia Thomas, how you do, where they're all going with this. But Kate M, how are you? Anything Andrew Holness do, regularly backfire upon him, same one. And we also want to know, Andrew Holness, if Matthew Samoda, with proof, may I add, if Matthew Samoda has renounced his UK citizenship, because he said it around the time, big crowd, he said it around the time as Mr. Golden as well, that he's going to renounce his British citizenship. Before we go to the poll, before Mr. Samoda is nominated, though being a Commonwealth citizen, in line with our Constitution, we want to know if Matthew Samoda kept to his word by renouncing his British citizenship. Because Matthew Samoda, when Andrew Holness have to step down in October or September after the general election, Matthew Samoda could become a contender for the leadership of the Jamaica Labour Party. So we want to know, because Andrew set the tone that the ultimate leader must have only Jamaican allegiance. Don't know how you work that out when your allegiance in all sort of shell companies and all sort of different country, except for Jamaica, you're picking them, not educate them. Let's look at the big crowd. Love the big crowd, them, you see? Big crowd. Big empty crowd. No. Big empty crowd. We're giving Labour Party a voice tonight. Hey, we're giving Labour Party a voice tonight with a big empty crowd. Let's give them a voice because we're going to get on to PNP in a bit. Let us get Labour with a big empty crowd. Call it, Andrew, call it. Because Mark Golden is ready to sound the trumpet. I want to go with the big empty crowd, Labour rights. Talk it truth. What are going with the big empty crowd? No, sir. Crowd of the big and empty, sir.
It's a party marching on. Marching on to victory. Labour Party marching. Labour Party marching. Marching on to victory. Labour Party marching.
I'm not voting for Labour.
Marching on to victory. Labour Party marching.
Me and my neighbor, this time, lady in the tight jeans, certainly not voting for Labour. Labour with a big empty crowd. What the people them there? No, sir. Lady in the tight jeans. You're on your third term. God almighty. Oh no, on a big empty crowd. Me never see crowd big and empty so yet. Let's give Labour a voice, oh.
It's a party marching on. Marching on to victory. Labour Party marching. Labour Party marching. Marching on to
Jamaica, this is an improvement. This for Alonda Terrelong. This is an improvement. Awende, where is Terry Shee? That's what you saw there just now. That's a massive improvement. Wende, lady in the tight jeans.
This is how we do it. This is how we choose Jamaica. I'm just going to give a message for them. Mr. Terrelong, always. Listen, love. Listen, Jamaica. Adrian Ellis, that was acknowledged by the Prime Minister and the Minister of Education. Adrian Ellis has saved a young girl's life. This is his grandmother. And the man who's taking care of making sure I'm alright. Put these someone at Gregor Park. Put these someone at Walker's Avenue.
Jamaica, that is a massive improvement for Alonda Terrelong. That's a massive, tantamount improvement for Alonda Terrelong. Let us ask Lady of Compton, what is she talking about? And what does she expect us to take away from it? And what does she expect to achieve from it? Let's listen to Lady of Compton.
Today is Friday, July 25. We are in Manchester Central. The school bus tour is happening today. We are moving through 17 communities with 2 buses. We started off early at the Williamsfield roundabout. We headed into Belfield via Long Hill. We're now heading to Kendal, back through Royal Flat, through Mayday, Mandeville Town Centre, Sunset, Manchester Road. Quite a number of areas we're going to be covering today. Already the buses are filled with children and everyone is just excited. We've been meeting parents along the way. Everybody's jumping and cheering. They're happy for this initiative because this is going to save parents thousands and thousands of dollars. The bus routes will be going from Mandeville to Spaldings, Mandeville to Christiana, to take the children to Homewood High, Knox College, Christiana High, down into Porus, the Porus High, as far back as Cross Keys. A lot of things are happening. We're choosing Jamaica in Manchester Central.
This is my problem with the university people. You got university. We elect you to parliament. As one of the youngest, Lynette Jenkins, how are you? As one of the youngest we ever elect to a parliament. You hear what I tell we say, on an election eve, an election campaign, when you should not tell we about policy. You see what I tell we? You see when we saw no dunce? Look what I tell we. What do you expect us to take from that? How is that going to help you to be re-elected? It's when me tell you no learn nothing. Uno don't learn in a school, uno don't learn on a job, uno don't learn along the way. Uno just don't learn. What is this that you are telling us about? How does that benefit us? How does that help you in an election campaign? Because uno never pick up the old sinting them, the old barrel. Till election campaign. Uno sister the nation don't happy about the old boss. The nation isn't happy about it. But because Labour tone deaf, and because Labour willfully blind, uno act like uno don't hear. The nation is upset about the whole heap of money we uno take to spend on old boss. Especially Monica Wells, that the Prime Minister look upon we and tell we say it take him 9 years to sort out old boss. On a very tone deaf and still a march around the country, I push it down with throat like we fi accept it because this is the best the government could do. And the government has done its uttermost by bringing us 110 old bus. What have you all learned? When you're not going to come up with something that makes sense, you can't just have come and tell we say, Bossa Goga, Belfield, this and that. And we're looking to hear about policies from you all at this moment. What do you mean? Say, our lie on a run out? Huh? Even lies, labor rights. Uno normally good pan stupid lies. All that uno run out at too. That uno couldn't conjure up even a good life you can't tell the people. Uno come about old boss campaign. After 9 years, old boss campaign to secure a third term. Old boss. After 9 years, that's the only thing uno can face the and uno don't shame about it is the Wasara part. Uno go on like say, well then, independence we just get. Why don't you call them independent boss? Because the way uno go on about the old boss. They use that pupina, hang pan nail. To post about something new, we would have left Jamaica go now, you know. If you hear to say, them boss yeah, I did new boss, Lawrence Michael, Norman Ferguson. We couldn't Tanya. We couldn't Tanya Jamaica with labor right. Then would have pushed we out of the country to prove how immaculate they have performed. Look how them a hold with face and rub it down on the old rusty bus them. After 9 years, the Prime Minister come with a pamphlet where the Prime Minister can't even spell the country when he run. The very country where Andrew Holness lead, he can't spell the name of it. The Prime Minister was so in such a eager to fool the nation that nobody in the Jamaica Labour Party, nobody in the Prime Minister press corps, nobody at the printry could proofread before them put it through the printry. How then, Prime Minister, I would like to see your feces. Audrey Marks, if you're the one who wrote the Prime Minister's thesis for his Doctor of Law and Policy, could you, ma'am, not proofread the Prime Minister's pamphlet or talklet or tell-lie-let before he met the glaring disgrace of spelling Jamaica so horribly? The Prime Minister, and the Prime Minister has not withdrawn the pamphlet from public circulation. Tell you, you're not ashamed. And the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Holness, Jamaica with 2 I. Give the country an extra I. You dunce with how much a degree? You dunce with how much a degree, and you gave the country an extra I. You have not come to the country, the nation, and apologized for misspelling the country's name. You have not withdrawn the pamphlet from circulation. You have not addressed the nation on the issue. Tell you not unashamed. You probably all know when you don't realize how to spell Jamaica wrong. You think we just fuck about you. Maybe you just think we are trouble. You. Althea, Markland, how you do? Maybe you think to say we just have trouble. You. Michael, how are you? Maybe nothing we just have trouble, you know. Maybe all now, you don't realize that Jamaica spell wrong on the pamphlet because the Prime Minister should address the issue. The Prime Minister should withdraw the pamphlet from circulation or apologize to the nation for spell the nation name very badly. But the truth is, do they believe that it has been spelled wrongly? We don't know. We made their run up with mouth and them I say, then I saw them dance. Them all the time, them there. Them never knows the Jamaica spell with 2 I. But then again, hey, no sir, bangarang. Remember say, the Jamaica I them now work. I wonder if the Jamaica I them jump out and come in the word Jamaica. Why the Jamaica I them not working? What you say the vase them spell Jamaica? Whoa, the vase and the Stuart them. Jacqueline Stuart and vase and them come together and spell Jamaica. Jacqueline Vaz. Stay and leave how you do. Jacqueline Stewart and Ann Vaz. I have for them put Andrew Gallangan together. But Prime Minister, that was a disgraceful blunder. That Prime Minister was a disgraceful blunder. Marlon Morgan, you're a part of the JLP mouthpiece and apparatus and communication blatheration. Where were you, Marlon Morgan? Donovan Hardin, rather. Where was Marlon Morgan? Where was the bright, eloquently spoken Currency Morrison? You're a part of the government communication brouhaha. Always come out, Colleen, how you do? Always come out having press conference. Where were all of you dunce to have allowed a pamphlet to be printed with Jamaica so badly spelt, and you all release it to the public? You all have not addressed it since you release it. Minister of Edu Watsit, where are you? Nobody knows Sister Jamaica spell wrong. Eh? What a disgrace of a doctorate government. I'll know nobody knows Sister Jamaica spell wrong. But local government matters. Street and lane, with country is swamped in garbage, especially under the Andrew Holness government, Arlene Scott, Prudence Allen, especially under the Holness-led administration. We have been water deprived across the country, and we have been swamped in rubbish as well. And we are going to keep the People's National Party on record because we have no intention of playing with any government at all. Because Andrew Holness and the Jamaica Labour Party is bullyism and badman government, even when we try to hold them to their promises, Andrew Holness ignorantly maneuver his way or badman him way out of it. But because we respect the People's National Party as decent government and decent leadership, we're going to put their promises on record, on our record, because it's on record already, but we're going to put it on global TV record because these are the things when the People's National Party comes to government after the general election, which they will. We are going to hold them to account for all their promises.
Comrades, local government is important to all of us. It is those critical services that change how we live with life. And the garbage collection, yeah? But sometimes town communities will get neglected, but rural communities now get much. Rural communities deserve to have proper garbage collection. Some communities in rural parts never see a garbage truck yet. The People's National Party want to return garbage collection to our municipalities so Mayor Wilson can make sure every single community can get garbage collected. And you don't have to burn your garbage, you don't have to bury your garbage and destroy the environment. Under the People's National Party, we are the ones who say rural lives matter. Rural lives matter, and your market them matter. The toilet in the market matters. Our women deserve to go to a bathroom that is functional and working. Highgate deserves a proper market. From it burn down, it no come back. Highgate is going to get a market under the People's National Party. We are going to bring it back. Comrades, we deserve pipe water like anybody else. And not just Jacksonville and Cherry Garden and all them places there. We are Jamaica. We pay tax. We provide food for the country too. We deserve to have proper water supply. We must can take a bath. We not take shower. We must can take a bath when we want to. Get up in the morning and make tea for our children without having to go a river and without having to go a standpipe. Rural lives matter. We are going to properly resource minor water supply and rural water so that every community can have access to potable water. Whether you live round this or up a hill, up a this or round a this, every rural life matters. And we are going to make sure. After 9 years in this year's sectoral debate, me or the minister talk about how much street light councils are going to get. Make you never give with the street like them over the last 9 years. And when you go come out of government, you want to come give it street life. Nothing cannot go so. It cannot.
Monica Wills, a lot of people in rural Jamaica burn their rubbish. Or especially we will live on the sea coast there, a whole heap of plastic. The people have a responsibility as well. But even when them pack up, there's no collection, no proper recycling. Rural people still have burn rubbish, Monica Wills, because of the lack of or the non-collection of rubbish. Local government, seriously, but governance in our country is seriously depleted. But when she done, I'll have my say.
Go that way. We are going to ensure that street lights are not placed based on how people vote. Whether you vote P or you vote J or you don't vote for nothing at all, your communities deserve to be properly lit so that you can be safe where you are. People's National Party, under the leadership of Mark Jefferson Golding, will ensure that our communities are properly lit. Comrades, I hate to see the state of our cemeteries. And the last time I spoke about it, the minister says the parish council responsible. But if you don't put the resources in place for the parish councils to make sure that the cemeteries are kept clean, they will not. It is good policies that make good programs, that make good progress for our people. That is the work of the People's National Party. We have done it before. We will do it again. So if you're a socialist, let me hear you. If you know say you're a socialist, let me hear you. No make nobody fool you. No make nobody trick you. No make nobody turn you in an idiot. Because you can only be bought and sold if you allow yourselves to be bought and sold. You allow yourself to be bought today, tomorrow morning, a man will tell us and buy you already, say nothing do no work for you. I don't show me at all.
The People's National Party, on their return to government, have an awful lot of work to do. Cousin Myrna, how you do? Our problem in Jamaica is administrative and operational. The encumbrance to those are corruption that becomes a barrier to the administration and the operation in our country. Because the funding is there, is that when the money gets there, it gets swindled left, right, and center by multiple different entities and agencies. It is operational and administrative, affected by deep-seated corruption. The added part to the Jamaica Labour Party, it's the swelter of dunceness that is added to it, where Andrew Holness came to the nation with a whole bunch of gobbledygoos. Put them together, they can't make one. It is the reason why the Prime Minister took up so much putting for him one pocket and put so much under him arm. Because the Prime Minister come with people like Anvaz, who don't know a book. What the one we can talk out of mouth, we use tool George, right? And Darrell Vaz, that the Prime Minister gave a cabinet office of many different, about 4 different ministries combined. Winston Burton. Combined. Marlene Malahou fought, who can barely turn a page. Delroy Chuck, with the pan road a walk on silent mad. The Prime Minister, with all of those dunce, think him one can run the country together. The entire country the governance structure, the administrative and operational structure of the country in the last 9 years has fallen apart. Why I'm saying this? The People's National Party has a lot of work to do. But a lot of that work is make sure administration is properly enforced and the operational duties are carried out on the ground. The bunch of educated experts from different fields that Mark Golden is coming with, and the vast knowledge of Mark Golden when it comes to law and policy, because that's an Andrew Holness problem. He want to be a Golden, he want to be a policy maker like Mr. Golden. He wants to be a legislator like Mr. Golden. You can't spell Jamaica. You can't spell Jamaica. So Mr. Golden, with that package coming in, and with his background in law and previous in government ministry, Mr. Golden should be able to put back the country administratively together in good time to make sure the areas that he needs to improve, like health, education, agriculture, these areas get a quick turnaround. And this is why Mr. Golden, I do believe, chooses his people carefully. That's why Pansita Pytles had to go. That was why Pansita Pytle had to go. No use, no did it. But we are giving Mr. Golden his fair 100-day. 100-day is a lot of time for Mr. Golden to get his team of experts and bureaucrats and technocrats to get the country administratively and operationally back on track. Because one thing we do know, that Andrew Holness has destroyed many different facets of this country, from our constitutional to legislative framework, or healthcare, or education, agriculture, infrastructure. On the infrastructure side of things, we know that's not a quick fix. But if the administrative and operational breakdown in the country is being restored, we can get the other harder part, because if you get the soft tools prepared, then those are the things that you use to deal with the harder part of things. We have to, Mr. Golden, really stamp down on corruption, because in our society, corruption is the great problem when it comes to administration and operations in our country. So corruption, Mr. Golden, you ought to be stepping on that with a heavy boot the minute you comes to government. That is what Mr. Golden wastes the country's resources. And we're going to have to save every nickel, Mr. Golden, and every dime, color, how you do. We're going to have to save every little nickel and every dime to make sure we bail ourselves out of the dismal disgrace where Andrew Holness left us into. We are going to give you your fair 100-day, but we're not going to sit down and wait for 5 years for you to fix things, because a lot of what needed to be fixed in our country doesn't take an awful lot of time. You just look at Abraham Ture as a good example of how he has turned around his country in 2 years. In 2 years was a massive turnaround. And it's because of his sensible decision he made, how he dealt with how the country's money was being wasted in corruption. Stamp out corruption, Mr. Golden, the country will have money to do an awful lot that we are logging on. So we are not going to play with the People's National Party when they come to government. We are going to hold them to account because we want promises delivered on. We don't want another bunch of promises that turn out to be sour grape to a mouth as it is with Andrew Holness. The Prime Minister saying work hard, honestly, and diligently for everything we have. The Prime Minister said he has never exploited us. 20 years. I saw for your memory short, Prime Minister. 20 years your thief, we. 20 years of stealing and hiding. And the Prime Minister have the nerve to come out and tell us that he has never exploited the nation. The Prime Minister, which is giving contract to his friends from his Department of Education and getting kickbacks. The Prime Minister who cannot give an account for $500 million is telling us, the Prime Minister is telling us that he work hard and honest the alliance in thing them. So where you receipt them there, sir? Where are your receipts? Arlene Foster, how you do? Where are your receipts? You work hard, fair, and honestly. Where are your receipts? Where are your proof? It is good that if it is true, there's a signal that he will call the election. What a rapturous day that will be, Prime Minister, when the nation fully knows that on 10 o'clock this night, by 10 o'clock on that night, we know that we have gotten rid of Andrew Holness. Whether Andrew Holness decides to defeat, or it will be a challenge in the court, or Andrew Holness will evoke violence, it will be yet to be seen. But we know on election night, by 10 o'clock, the People's National Party will have a rapturous celebration across the country. The other question to ask, though, will the Prime Minister allow the election results to be broadcast? If we remembered in the local government election halfway through the count, Cliff Hughes, who bought the franchise of the broadcast, was given his marching order, off the air and to bed you go. To date, we the people of Jamaica aren't clear or have not been given an all clear from Gaspol Brown as to the election result. What will it be on the night of election? Will Andrew Holness concede to the riveting defeat, or will the Prime Minister hang on to power and challenge it and get slapped back in the constitutional or election court? It is yet to be seen. They are the ones who threaten the nation. Charm, good evening. They are the ones who threatened the nation not to surrender power. As Dr. Campbell have it, you do not plan to surrender from a point of view of strength. It's always the loser surrenders. We, the people of Jamaica, must also be prepared to stand to protect our democracy should Andrew Holness want to steal the election. And as I did that show before I went off for my surgery about what candidates, especially the new candidates, need to do on election day to make sure, one, their voters are out, and two, make sure your workers' eyes and ears are all aligned, because this will probably be one of the biggest election steal that we see the Jamaica Labour Party carry out in our country. So the country ought to be vigilant as to the Prime Minister's vote. We are aware that the Prime Minister will be rolling out a lot of money when it comes to vote buying. But Prime Minister, we know many people gone. Alando Terryland gone, Rhoda gone, Bobby Montague gone, Ann Vaz gone, Darrell Vaz is hanging on for dear life. We don't know where Audrey stand. Juliet Holness is on very thin thread. Juliet Cockburn Finn also. Marissa Dalrymple Filbert is gone. Floyd Green is gone. George Wright is gone. Garfield James is gone. Tova Hamilton is gone. And I could sit down, Prime Minister. I could sit down, Bangarang, Panfeda. Delano Steve Wright. We don't know, it's a woman arm. It will be a disgraceful defeat. Andrew Holness, coming down from your rapturous landslide of 49 of you. The turn at the polls, Andrew Holness, will be one that the Jamaica Labour Party certainly don't want to remember. But who is to be blamed? Is it just Andrew, or is it the entire Jamaica Labour Party? If a company fails, automatically the chief executive take the hack. Andrew Holness is a failed leader. The JLP supporters and cronies, though, are failed followers. Because none of you sought to bail an inch of water out of the ship. Mr. Is it Brashaw? Is that the correct pronunciation? None of you at any point seemed to bail a gallon of water out of the sinking ship. What you all did, in my view, was throw more water into the ship. Because when Andrew Holness' statutory declaration came out on the 17th of September last year, when you all should have thrown Andrew to the wolves, you all throw your weight and your political career behind the dictator. Look at the entire ship, Jamaica Labour Party, marching on to victory. Oh yes, me and my neighbor. This time, Lord, me most dead. This time not voting for Labour. What are go do? Is the question. Labour rights. Where uno are go do? Andrew one fully in belly. Andrew Holness one fully in belly. And he certainly I go walk out, left it, go uno. Because what uno never remember say Labour rights. When Andrew Holness thief and thief, till he can't thief no more. Anytime Andrew Holness have to go, Andrew Holness going as a billionaire. Andrew Holness going as a billionaire. You understand? Andrew Holness as a prime minister is going to go on the international lecture circuit and lecture for millions of dollars for just an hour or so on. Why don't you think Andrew Run go do him Doctor of Law and Policy? He's going to go on the international lecture circuit and he's going to make an awful lot of money. Some of you all, your career die with Andrew Holness. Your career died with him. But good food. You all stood on the sinking ship. All the lifeboats are being punctured, labor rights. Where's the internal lecture outfit thief? Labor rights. We're not a big empty crowd.
It's a party marching on to victory.
And you know, we can also say they don't have no shame. They carry it on camera, you know, and then post it on social media. And there's something we can also live on right now, no shame, you know. Because they're saying, they're certain. Lord God. Well, them are labor rights normally crocodiles. Labor right normally have a crocodile mentality with them big old empty crowd. When a crowd big like on a big yellow bus them. When you need to change the green t-shirt, they put on some big yellow t-shirt.
Labor Party marching on to victory. Labor Party marching on, all right, marching on to victory. Labor Party marching on to victory. Jump and shout, tell it all about.
Labor Party marching on. Oh, yes. Marching on to victory. Lord God said this time, me and my neighbor. The two away, now vote for Labor. No, sir. You're not a big empty crowd. Me case, the country, Andrew Holness, I've been telling this for quite a time. The nation is waiting to meet you at the crossroad. Just give with a chance, Andrew Holness, because we want to get rid of the dictator, and we're going to get rid of the dictator. Me and my neighbor, this time, not voting for Labour.
Pepper News Prime Minister, where you come at South St. Elizabeth County, give water. Look how long we they are dead for thirst and that a drop of water. And when you want election, you and Flag Green can't stay under there. Nobody now vote for him. It's one of the worthless, the dirtiest government in this whole history. Anybody vote for him is a fool. Anybody vote for him is a fool. I get the amount of people and a talk say on is a worthless, dirty set of people. Nobody want to see no. On a community of the people all vote to come when you got big meeting around a Sunday shop. As a meeting go. People from all both Africa, Israel, all both on the stay on the day. Nobody now vote for no. And on the can look, the people, Labour people, they are suffer, but they learn sense. Nobody will be voting for you, Mr. Flag Green. You can stay where you is. Nobody will not voting for you.
Bye. Labour Party marching on to victory. Labour Party marching, Labour Party marching on to desperation. What happened to this video, yeah? Prime Minister nobody with the monkey story. Hold on the globalist. I don't know where the Prime Minister and the monkey story I go. Because we're going to play that video. Dictator, we're going to play your crime. Where Andrew Holness and Flight Green are send round gunman to threaten people and tell them what they can say and what they enough to say and what they have to apologize about. Because until the man come out and said there wasn't a gunman standing in front of me with Flight Green behind the camera, I saw me attacking.
To all who have seen the video in which I made negative remarks about the Prime Minister, I wish to offer my sincere apology. My words were inappropriate and do not reflect the value I strive to live by, nor the teaching of the church to which I belong. I deeply regret the hurts of offense it may cause, my comments may cause, especially to those who hold our national leadership in respect. While we may have differences of opinion at times, I recognize that they should be expressed with care, respect, and full responsibility. I take full accountability for my action and I am committed to learning from this experience. Thank you for your understanding.
The part that hurt me the most in this written apology from Floyd Green, that Floyd Green wrote for him, is the part that says, I hope to learn from this experience. Them something more cuss, you know. Because a school picnic you talk to so. When school picnic go traumatic in class and you give them an apology for right to their teacher. But this is what you're going to either vote against Jamaica or vote for, isn't it? This is what you will be voting for or against. We have seen on multiple occasions where this government forced us to apologize on camera. They are going to still vote right across the country, Sandra, trust me. Andrew Holness, and that's why PNP workers at the polling stations ought to be super vigilant. Ought to be super vigilant. There will be a big election steal. But let me tell you something, Andrew Holness. If you steal the election, the country will break out in a war. I ask you that war hit clout. We will have no other choice. Go on in a God name. Andrew Holness. Go on in a God name. Because we know you can't win no free election round here. So we're telling you, save the country, the bloodbath, because we will never give you another 5 years of tyranny in our country. Go on your blood clot way. Go on in peace, Andrew Holness. Go on in peace. Because Jamaicans are so stupid. Jamaicans realize that 2020 we made a horrible mistake. Too horrible it was. We're not fool. We do the same foolishness, the same foolishness all over again. So go on in peace, Prime Minister. 20 years of stealing, you make yourself rich. You make well of yourself. See them block me. I mean, see what me say. Then say me violate community rule. Your access to life removed down. I'm not lucky. Just go on your way, Prime Minister. Go on in peace. So then take down my life on TikTok. I don't know what TikTok here me say. Or what the Labour right them a report about. But go on in peace. Prime Minister, where the nation is warning you, go in peace. If the nation have to rise up, Prime Minister, your head may be on the chopping block. Go on in peace. Don't attempt to steal the election. We know you cannot win it fairly. Respect with democracy. And respect with right to choose eligible and competent leadership. We have been lacking that for 9 years, Andrew Holness. Because if it take you 9 years to start out the old bus them, it's understandable that you couldn't have done anything else in the 9 year because you spent all the whole 9 year on the old bus. You should shame yourself. You should shame to see how much we pay you and how rich you get out of what we pay you and still have change left. That means you don't have no expense. Anyway, globalists, thank you all for being here with us tonight on the Global Television Group. Lovely to have your support as always. And TikTok can stick 2 fingers somewhere. Which channel we're going to come back on tomorrow? Probably Global TV Advanced Potential or APTV, whichever one of them. TikTok will have holy. TikTok, we can't run out upon you from any angle. So tomorrow, we still are going upon TikTok same way TikTok. All right? So we just still wait. You run upon down and I go on sopan. When we go tomorrow, we're going to come on what? Global TV Advanced Potential. Make it burn TikTok and make it burn the labor rights them. Beverly Forbes, good evening. Make it burn TikTok and make it burn the labor rights them. We have too much TikTok page for uno keep targeting with. So we're going to come tomorrow on Advanced Potentials. Okay? Thank you very much for being here with us. Join us back tomorrow morning for your At a Glance program when we will look at, I wonder if the Prime Minister could have just checked and called the election tonight, or him really wait till the 10th for 2. But either way, we, the people of Jamaica, will soon get rid of Andrew Holness. By our children go to school next September, there is hope that our education system will be revived and rejuvenated. Not how the Labour them have it, desolate and destroyed. Thank you and good night from Global TV.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I.
Yes, Opal, it's after 1 in the UK now.
And it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people day. Make him a throw and stone. And it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Here, now here. Instead of that, they only sit aside a rub and cheat. And not first and four. Make up what I seen to. Big man throw and stone. And they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black big man throw and stone. And it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite man, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see, they didn't can sell out Rasta, and sell it out, I sell out Babylon.
Thank you very much, Ali. Thank you.
And they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Big man throw and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see, they didn't can sell out Rasta, I sell out, I sell out Babylon. Just stop on the Friday. You might throw a stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black thing, you might throw a stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big man Joe and Stone.
Lady Bug, me healing and come on, alright, you know, even though me dissolve stitches them not drop out yet, but it's coming on well. It's really coming on well. Because of the most concerned about the hole in my belly for the drain tube. That feels nicely, so it's coming on well. Just to answer Lady Bug question, I don't know if you hear me properly, but my healing is coming on well. The dissolved stitches, them not drop out yet. Some of them take weeks to fall out. The most that I was concerned about is that, you know, that hole where them punching in your belly for the drain tube, that healed up properly. So dressing and everything is off that. So I'm coming on well, no pain or anything. Only that on either side of my belly button, two of the incision was on that muscle area. So most that I feel is just sometimes the tightening around my belly button. But other than that, I'm not even taking painkillers, to be honest. So I'm really doing well. Thanks for asking anyway. Goodbye, everybody.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.